Hey, YNR. Can you hear me? If you can, do you run ads for brands that do pre-orders? Yeah, I do. I actually work for a brand that does pre-orders. Um, yeah, we do. It depends how many orders they've got before. So I wouldn't do like a new brand if they're just doing purely like pre-orders. But if they've got previous history and previously revenue, then yeah. Yeah, man, no worries. Hey, Ezidine? Not sure how to pronounce that. Do you run catalog? Yeah, yeah, I do. Um, a lot of the time they're pretty effective for like retargeting, I find. Um, I actually this morning just launched a catalog ad for a brand, which was all their new arrivals. So they have quite a few new arrivals. They probably have like 50. Just chuck them in the catalog, see what works out of all of them. So yeah, I do. They're effective for sure. I find they're just not that scalable. Like what I would do is use a catalog ad, see what product worked best out of the catalog, and then try and scale one or two other products with like actual ad creative. Does that make sense? Dancing in the moonlight. Mm-mm-mm. Do you use product images on a white background or can't see that, do a design? Um, I've used both in the past. Um, it really depends again. Typically, I will use the white background until I know the products work. So just so you're not like designing stuff and taking the time to design something, not knowing whether the product works. But let's say the product does work and you've used it on a white background. Um, to get some more variants of that product or ad creative, you can then start designing around it to create more ads effectively. So both, but typically I'll start with white background. It works really well. Hey, Ishi, Ishi. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I've been lacking in terms of content, but I put out a load of stuff the other day. I was actually just sitting on a load of content that I didn't even realize, so I just put it out. Well, I might as well. But appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, you too, bro. Have a good rest of your day too. I'm just going to be chilling here, probably on live stream for a bit. To be fair, probably a couple of hours. So come back whenever. I'm for real? Which videos? The new ones? Damn, I didn't even check them. Like all of them, is it? Damn. I'm gonna check that out quickly. Ah, that is not good. Ah, oh my god. I'm just going through them. There's no way. Ah, that's hilarious. How do they even have views? How would that even happen? Right, well, I'm gonna have to remove all of them and then re-upload them. That's crazy. Thanks for pointing that out, man. I really appreciate it. Um, How should I do this? Right, let's unlist them all. Let's take them away. Edit. Action. Delete forever. Silly me. Restarted my phone twice before I realised it was a video. Damn. Yo, how's it going? How's it going? Are you planning to post more content again? Well, I'm gonna re-upload all those videos with sound. I don't know why they didn't have sound, they did before. I don't know. I don't know if I'm planning to. I don't know if I'm planning to post more content. I might do. That the stuff that I uploaded, which without sound, was just like stuff that I've had for ages. But I might in the future. I might one in the future. Hey, so Harry, how have you been? We need more content from you. Yeah, man, I've just been chilling. Not chilling, I've been working. I've been busy with ads and stuff like that, but um yeah, definitely need more content. I would love to post more, but YouTube definitely isn't really my main thing at the moment. Um, how to set up and run campaigns in 2024? Is that as in like a question or like is that a question? To YouTube. Okay, so I got a clothing business. I started. Sweet. I got a clothing business. I started and want to know the best way to get set up and run campaign in 2024. So the best thing to do is similar to, I think, my 2023 strategy. I on my YouTube channel, conversions, purchase, broader interest or advantage. So I wouldn't worry about advantage. I don't really use advantage for scaling at the moment. Like if I have like 12 ad creators that are working, I'd put an advantage campaign. But it depends really how much you're spending or how much you're going to spend, because I would test both interest and broad. I typically do use broad a lot of the time now. But if you're starting out, sometimes interest can work better just because Facebook doesn't really know who your or Instagram doesn't really know who your audience is yet. So I'd test both. I'd give both a test. But generally speaking, just keep it on purchase. Just test both. A lot of the time when you're like kind of starting new, a lot of the time you're trying to find like the product market fit level. So like what product's going to actually work on advertising. So a lot of the time I'd just be testing products. Do you run catalog ads at campaign or ad level? Oh, interesting question. So I run catalog ads at campaign when it's a retargeting campaign. So when it's purely retargeting, I use the catalog ads on the campaign. But when it's like cold traffic, so like if I was testing like new arrival or something, I use it on the actual ad level, if that makes sense. Keep the questions coming, guys. I like it. ABO or CBO? I'd set budget for testing and then CBO for scaling, I'd say. I don't really use CBO that much anymore, that much at the moment. A lot of the time it's ad set level. And then if I am going to use like a CBO, it's going to probably be Advantage Plus. How much should I test with in the beginning? What would you recommend? Honestly, when it comes to better budget, it's just really whatever you've got at the time. 30, 50, 75, or £100 of testing. Is that per day or per week or per month? Okay, per day. Gotcha. Yeah, I'd say minimum 50. I wouldn't do 30 probably. Because if you have like a couple of different testing ad sets, like you probably need to test about 5 ad sets at a time. And let's say they're £10 a day, that'll be 50 a day. If you're testing like 3 different ad sets, probably not that much. I mean, you could drop it down to £5 per day and test more, but then again, it'll be a little bit slower. So yeah, I'd start off at 50 personally. How do you advertise for someone with a large amount of SKUs? So I do. I've got a client that has so many, too many. I don't use all the products. As much as they hate me for it, I just don't use all the products. I look at their best-selling products. Like a lot of the time, brands, like even if they're even like massive brands, they'll have like 10 products out of 1,000, which are making up all the revenue. So all I do is double down on the products that are doing the best. Ideally, the bestseller. Like I've got a client right now that has, as I said, hundreds upon hundreds of SKUs, and I only use one of their products. People obviously check out with other stuff, and customers come back and buy other stuff. But in terms of performance from the ads, most of your return on ad spend comes from the actual product. So I would take the best performing products from the analytics. So yeah. That's my strategy. And I'll go for it like chronologically. So let's say take the first bestseller, and then the second bestseller. I'm thinking of getting a credit card for scaling once it's time to scale. What is your take on credit cards? Would you recommend it? Do you work with any clients who use them? Not financial advice. Yeah, I was just about to say, definitely not financial advice. The only reason my clients use credit cards is some of them use American Expresses to collect the points, but they don't do it for any other reason. Yeah, man, I probably wouldn't use a credit card if you can 1.5K a month. Yeah, I'd probably try and save some money, put some aside. Unless you were like Harry, like I've got this product, it's selling like crazy, like just organically, like through word of mouth or something. And I think I'm gonna scale it really quickly. That's the only reason I do it, is take on debt. But yeah, I personally wouldn't use a credit card unless that was the case. Or you wanted to collect the points and you could pay it off. Because you still have to pay it off at the end of the day. But don't feel like, scaling. A lot of people do want to obviously scale quickly, but there's a difference between profit and scale. And a lot of the time when my clients scale, they take less profit. So when you're in the early days, you want as much profit as possible. I actually got a client that's like kind of got a smaller brand, and he's super profitable. He doesn't have anywhere near the scale of my other clients, but he's super, super profitable and he likes it like that. Like, I think that's a good way to go. It just takes longer. It takes longer to get, to those higher revenue numbers, but you're more profitable. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm thinking of advertising bestsellers for new prospects, but then include the whole catalog in DPA. Visit website visitors. What do you think of that? Yeah, 100%. I think that's what I do. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure that's 100% what I do. Let me just check. Yeah, it is all the products. Because it will chances are it will serve up your bestsellers because that's what you're advertising. So yeah, just advertise bestsellers to new prospects always. Like you're really just changing out ad creatives if you want to be profitable there. But then yeah, whole catalog for DPA for website visitors. Yeah, that's a really good strategy. That's exactly what I do. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Does the trick as long as your products work. Hey Matthew, how's it going? Your channel is a hidden gem. Had zero idea about ads, and your videos helped me relatively. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, when yeah, I hope they help. They're just basically just whatever I'm doing for my clients. I kind of put it out there so I can see what helps for sure. But yeah, man, thanks for that. I've been banned on Meta, which is so annoying. I can't get my ad account back. Should I buy an ad account? It depends situationally. If you're like last resort that you've like set up new Facebook accounts, like tried through your like mum's, cousins, brothers, uncles accounts and stuff like that, like I've done. If your business manager's blocked, like if everything's blocked, then yeah, and you contacted Facebook, you've only really got one choice, and it's to do that. But yeah, if you try to set up new stuff, try to set up new accounts, ad accounts, set up new profiles with a different IP as well, that can sometimes work. If you've tried all of that, then yeah, 2 months is a very long time. Yeah, 2 months is a 2 months is a long time. It depends. Is it just the ad account? There's different situations here because it's like whether it's your ad account that's banned, whether it's your like personal Facebook page that's banned, or whether it's like the page that's banned, like the brand page. It depends what's banned, or is it all banned? Just they sometimes do that as well. Let's just go and advertise on TikTok. Yeah, I haven't had bannings in eight. Oh no, I got banned literally the other day. I don't know why I said that. I'm struggling to maintain consistent sales. I'm struggling to maintain consistent sales in between peak sale periods. For example, Black Friday, January sales, around slays, but I'm struggling to maintain consistency. That's fair enough. Um, Honestly, depends on like how badly you're seeing a revenue drop or profit drop or whatever. Because generally speaking, like for all my brands, I see a drop off between those times. Like Q4 is typically where we see the most amount of revenue. You'll definitely get inconsistencies throughout the months. It's just what it is. Especially March and April seems to be real slow for me. Yeah, I've had a slow March and April, to be honest. I've had a slow March and April. March wasn't so bad for me. April was pretty horrendous, actually. April was not good. April was really bad. They've been doing a lot of updates recently as well. That can play massive effect, massive part. But you just got to look at the things that you can control in terms of like the consistency. You can control volume of creatives that you create and put out. You can control like what offers you put out to the market. You can control, the different products that you have. As long as you carry on doing that, then yeah. Is the ad account apparently my ad was explicit, which it wasn't. Yeah, I mean they sometimes, ban people for random stuff. Can you set up a new ad account? Or is that not a because if my ad account got banned, I would just go to my business manager and just set up a new ad account. Unless my Facebook profile was banned, which is the real bad stuff because you can't do that. Hey, no problem. Yeah, I'll re-upload those. It'll be within the next 24 hours. I might do it tomorrow morning, maybe. Thanks, bro. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support on that. Have a great day. I've managed to get in contact with a famous UFC fighter who's agreed for me to send him clothing. He has a big following. If I manage to receive some pics of him wearing my clothing, would you recommend me targeting the same demographic? 100%. That's exactly what I would do. Anything within that audience. I would test both. So you put, or maybe new demographic based around UFC fans in particular. So I would do both. Test as many different audiences as possible. close to the UFC fighter and also further away. So yeah, I'll do both. See what works best. And then if something works best, let's say like the closer audience to the UFC fighter works best, I would, as soon as I saw that, I would target other UFC fighters if you can do that on ads. I've never actually done that myself. I would just target that UFC fighter if you can, and also people that are close to him, like other UFC fighters. It's probably your best bet. Yeah, man, no worries, no worries. What do you think of clothing brands that do pre-orders? Yeah, I work with a client that does pre-orders. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you can fulfill it fine and the supply doesn't mess you around. I don't see any problems with it. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good model. How much of the budget do you allocate for the creative itself or using? How much of the budget do you allocate for the creative itself or using influencers / UGC / video editing? How much of the budget do you allocate? So I guess I don't personally use any of the budget allocated to my clients create the creatives or source them. So it's really up to them. Do you stop running ads once you start fulfilling pre-orders or keep the ads running? So my client that does pre-orders, yeah, they stop. They do it on a drop basis. So they'll open the store for like 2 or 3 weeks, shut it, fulfill, open the store. I was going to say that's the only thing with pre-orders is it's less scalable. It's not as like, you can't scale it because you have to fulfill the orders. So you have you can scale it, but obviously it's just a smaller window. He does it like that. It doesn't mean that, I guess you could do it a different way, but I don't know. Is it normal for brands to not make a profit during the first year or two of trading? I'm honestly not sure. I really only work with brands that are already profitable. I don't really work with first year brands. I guess it honestly depends. I mean, look at Boohoo. They just took 160 million loss. And they're like years deep. So it depends. But ideally, yeah, be profitable within the first year or two of trading. So should you invest in the creative itself, like hiring designers or video editors or influencers that bring better results? Do you mean compared to doing it yourself? So in the beginning stages, my clients would typically do the creatives themselves. So They won't hire necessarily anyone to do it. And actually, they get the best results if they do it themselves because they just know their audience so well. And then they'll move into like influencers or content creators. Doesn't necessarily bring better results if it's somebody else. You can just increase the volume. Was that a stupid question? All brands are different in terms of speed of progression. Yeah, I mean, all brands are. Ideally, you want to be profitable, but I honestly can tell you. But if I was going to, in terms of ads, if I was gonna, just from my point of view, if there was a new brand and they're like, run the ads for me, make them as profitable as possible, my only job would be finding product market fit. So I'd just be testing new products that they have, even testing some new ads. Someone climbing up my house for some reason. Also, Matt, if you don't mind me calling that, it depends on scale as well. So typically, the more aggressively you scale, the less profitable you are. That's why, like, a lot of big brands have funding in the start. Usually, the slower you go, the more profitable you are. It looks like it, doesn't it? I don't think so. I mean, hopefully not. I think they're just builders. I think they're for next door. Hopefully. Somebody. Hey, no worries. Thanks for joining the stream, man. I'll see you later. See you later.